Hi, I'm Willie with H5 Technology. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So, in the past, you probably used a set of these, or you know what these are. These are ideal Telemaster crimpers. And for those of us who have done cabling or still do cabling, we probably own a pair of these, and we crimp RJ-45s, modular cable ends, onto Cat 5 or Cat 3, because this will also do RJ-11s. And as you can see, my pair, they've been around a while. I think I've had these for, I'm going to say probably, well, since at least 2001, right? So these have been around a while. They've gotten a lot of use. And if you put RJ-45s on cables, if you do cabling, here I've got some Cat 5 right here. You know that sometimes it can be time consuming and it can be frustrating. So what Ideal has done and what other manufacturers have done is they have come up with tools like this. Now, Ideal sent this to me, but they are not paying for this. They've not paid me. This is going to be my own review of this tool. But what this is the Ideal FT-45 feed through RJ-45 crimp tool. So you can see on the picture on here that you can see that the cable goes all the way through the end of the RJ-45, and they also sent me 25 of the RJ-45s to go along with this. So you take the cable all the way through, and then you crimp it with this, which in theory should be faster and provide a much better crimp, because we can get the jacket much further into the RJ-45 and pull those conductors a little tighter. So something else that I've had for a long time, you saw me do a video on this a while back, but this is the Ideal wire stripper that I've also had forever. And I don't think I've ever had to get new blades for this. It probably wouldn't hurt, and I can tell by looking at them that they probably need to be replaced. I mean, I've had this thing so long and it's traveled with me so much that the hinge in the middle is actually starting to get a little rusty. But this thing, stripping the cable, it just makes it so easy. So we're gonna do some demonstrations of this. Now, I'm not gonna do the old way with the Telemaster. I love these, and I will not get rid of my Telemasters. These will not be replaced, but I'll probably only use them with RJ-11s, right? So I will probably switch to this. In fact, there is a super good chance that I am going to be switching over to this primarily. So we'll take a look at this. I'm going to take it out. We'll get our hands on it here, and then we'll actually crimp some cables. So I've got to get the plastic open on this, and we'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take this Genie out of the bottle. You can see that the plastic is, maybe not. Yeah, you can see the plastic. I'm going to have to cut all the way around the outside of this. So let's see. I'm going to open this. And it's got this cardboard insert right here. And then on the back, if you don't know the different standards for cabling, it tells you the T568A and the T568B, and I generally use B for everything. I have seen some A. At one point somebody told me that, and I could have this backwards, that A was usually used in residential and B was usually used in business. Not sure how true that is or not, but they also have another pin out here called USOC, which I am not familiar with what that acronym even stands for. But here is the crimper itself. You can see. And this thing, I've got not big hands, but and it fits really nicely right in my hand. Here's the old Telemasters if you're familiar with these, and then here's the new crimp tool. So the way that this works is that there's a blade on this side, and then the crimp part is here. So what happens is you put your cable in, and then you feed it in, and we'll do this, but it will actually trim off those excess conductors. So and we'll do an up close shot of this and an up close. Now I'm just going to warn you up front that I am going to go through this slowly. In the field, I would not go as slow as what I'm going to get this done, but I'm not going to keep this plastic, so I will go ahead and get rid of that. And what we're going to do, I'm going to do some close-up shots for you on this equipment, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some cable termination. So let's get into that. Okay, so here is the ideal FT-45. Here's that cutting blade that I was talking about. Here's the piece of metal that actually pushes down on the little plastic insert that's going to hold into our cable here. So this is a really, really nice tool. I like the way that it fits in my hand. I mean, man, it is nice. Also, you'll notice that on here they do have the standards printed on here. So if you forgot, light orange, orange, light blue, blue, light blue, green, light brown, brown, that it's on here for you. Now they say that this blade right here will do 2,000 cuts before you need to replace it. So I don't know that we're going to make 2,000 cuts right now, but I'll take their word for it. And the blade is replaceable. Doesn't look to be adjustable, but it is replaceable. So what we've got here is we've got our stripper tool. We've got some Cat 5. I also have a pair of scissors in case the Cat 5 has any of the Kevlar string in it. So let's, I'm going to go nice and slow when we do this. So with this tool, when I put it on, what I do, I'm used to working with, standard RJ-45s, not the pass-through. But I put this on the cable, and I'm going to twist it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And that blade depth is set so that it cuts just the sheath. It does not cut my conductors or nip them. And there's the sheath that we removed. So that is gone. And I'm going to have to open these RJ-45s. So there are a lot of manufacturers of these new RJ-45s. Ideal sent me. Now these are for Cat 5e. They do make these for Cat 6. They also make these that are shielded so that will work with our Ubiquity tough cable. And the Cat 6 plug, I'll get my hands on some of those too, but the inside of the Cat 6 plug has more room than the inside of the Cat 5e. So Cat 6, if you're not familiar with that, does have a crossbar. So I'm just gonna get this open here. And we'll take a look at these, and you can see, maybe if I can get this to focus, there we go, that the ends of that are open, so you can see through there. So there's a position for each conductor in there. And when we put the wire in, we're actually going to slide it in with the tab facing down and the gold contacts facing up. So we've got our conductors, or we got our end, and we've got our conductors. So what I usually do on this is I first separate these out. Now, working in the field, we'd be going at speed. We will be going a lot faster than this. So we untwist our pairs. So you've got light orange, orange. Then our next color is going to be light green. So that guy goes over here like this. Then we've got to undo our blues because it's light orange, orange, light green, blue. Light blue, green. And then light brown, brown. So back in the day when we were using the other kind, we'd have to really twist these and get them nice and smooth out. And I'm still going to, out of habit, I'm still going to do it. Now, I can actually tell you that by dealing with this cable and feeling how flexible it is, that it is actually a stranded cable, not a solid conductor. And you do need to watch out for your RJ-45s, that they tell you that you can use your RJ-45 on a solid conductor or a stranded conductor, because that will make a difference. So I've got these kind of smoothed out a little bit here. I would really, you know, if I was using a standard RJ-45, I would really work these things over. Really work them over. But now I've got my conductors, and I'm just going to feed them in here, and I'm actually going to try to keep them going in. Light orange, orange, light green, blue, light blue, green, light brown, brown. I am going to try to keep them in order going in there, because that's probably going to make this a lot easier. Now, believe it or not, this is the first time that I've done this, so we are doing this together. So I've got light orange, orange, light green, and then so that's what you got to worry about, is you got to worry about your colors getting out of whack on you there. So light orange, orange, light green, blue, light blue, green, light brown, brown. So we got them in there. Now you can see they're starting to slide out of the end of the RJ-45. And there they are there, but I'm actually going to go ahead and put this sheath, I'm going to push that all the way in there as far as I can get it. I'll give the wires a little tug. So this is what it's going to look like now before we terminate it. Nifty, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the cut and crimp tool. We're going to open that up. Now, we're going to load from this side, and we're going to load in like this, and then we're going to crimp and cut. So to make this a little easier, I'm going to take the wires and I'm going to pull them through like this, so you can see they're going through. Now, I've got the RJ-45 loaded in, and I'm actually going to turn this around so you can see it. Now I'm going to squeeze this, and it is going to crimp and cut at the same time. So squeeze, and it took a moderate amount of pressure, not really much. And I'm going to let go, and you saw all the conductors fall off. So there's no conductors really sticking out of the end. I've got a good crimp on this cable. You can see how far the sheath is up into the RJ-45. I'm happy with this. I think I'm much happier with this than I am a standard crimp out of my Telemasters. But you know, only time will tell, and your mileage may vary. But you can ask anybody that does cabling with me. I'm a stickler for good cabling, as far as making sure we've got good connections and everything is solid. And I'm really happy with the way this turned out. And you saw how easy it just trimmed those edges right off of there. I am super happy with that. So once again, that is the ideal FT-45. Crimps and cuts You got your pass-through RJ-45s, and you can see these are the Cat 5e. They do make them in Cat 6. They also make them in a shielded. So you get out in the field with these things and you just get going, and you could just go boom, 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 boom down the line. You don't have to worry about, on the Telemasters, you know, you would have to trim that cable short to get it in there. With these, you trim your 2 inches off, shove it in, make sure they're lined up, and I mean, you see how easy it was to really get this. So that's awesome. I'll leave an Amazon link down in the description to this tool and to some of these pass-through RJ-45s. Once again, I want to thank Ideal. Like I said, they didn't sponsor this. They did send me the tool. I appreciate this, and I hope that they will consider sending more tools in the future for us to get our hands on and test. This is going to replace my Telemaster for now. This Telemaster has had plenty of use. You can see the paint is off of it. It deserves a good rest. Maybe pass it on to my son because he wants to learn how to do this, or if I need to do RJ11s, which I hope I don't have to. I really think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. So that's it for this video. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment and share. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you need IT consulting, you can go over to h5llc.com, fill out that contact form, and somebody will be in touch with you as soon as possible. If we can't help you here, it is our pledge to you that we will get you to someone who can help you. If you want to talk to us on our Discord channel, the link is down there for that. While you're over at H5LLC, you can go ahead and sign up for the newsletter. Also, a lot of people have been asking about a Patreon channel, so if you'd like to become a patron and support the channel, the link to our Patreon is down below. If you want to buy any of the gear you see here on the channel, you can use that Amazon affiliate link down below. Once again, I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next video.